Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another weekly update. Hope everybody having a lovely weekend so far. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. Before we begin, I just want to wish everybody a lovely rest of 2023, and I want to wish everyone the best going into 2024. Guys, your bad habits, I know the time to start was like a month ago, 2 months ago. It was not at the time of the new year, but here we go. We're at the new year, guys. Kick them to the curb. Let the good ones in. They're going to shape your life. All right, get into the charts. So the first thing I'm going to point out here is that on every single index here, we have just broke out from the range and back tested the range. So you have SPY doing that. You have QQQ doing that. You have DIA doing that. You have IWM doing the exact same thing with a much uglier picture. But it still stands, guys. These are just break and retests. We told you guys once we were up here, we were looking for the retest. And if you're following my Twitter, I was wondering if this thing was going to be on Friday. And I was wondering if this was going to turn into a hammer candlestick. Watch for the hammer candlestick. Guess what, guys? We got the hammer candlestick right off of the retest. I'm just putting it out there. This isn't, the worst looking picture in my personal opinion. And then you come over here to QQ. Sorry about these arrows. These were from the morning. I was looking for that retest. We did get an aggressive sell intraday. Let's actually just go over the 5-minute time frame. All right, guys, you had a pretty steep fall here. All right, that is a 1% drop intraday, pretty quick. All right, now, obviously the ghost of bulls, I guess. I don't know what we're gonna call this ghost. Okay, the ghost of Christmas is here to save the market yet again. So that is exactly why I was looking for just buyers to come in out of nowhere, because every single dip has it's had this behind it. Okay, since this rally has started, I'm just gonna point out we've had one of these big fat red candlesticks. We've had two of the we've had two right there. We had 3 of these big red candlesticks. Oh, what do we have there? We have 4. You did at one point. You had one intraday right here, and then look at that. It got bought up. So this was going to be the 5th. In the last 4 times this happened, guys, we had absolutely no follow through. The only thing that matters right now with this candlestick is the follow through. We don't care about anything else. You got the red bar right here. You got the follow through that told us it was the beginning of the end. You got the candlestick right here. Guess what? There was no follow through. We needed the follow through to tell us it was the beginning of the end. All right. Over here, you had support. You did a classic break and retest. That is what told us, guys. That was your sell side structure setting up. We still have not gotten that. So I understand there was a big red bar on Friday, but now there's not. Now it's a hammer candlestick. We do have heavy volume on that hammer candlestick. And the only thing that matters is the follow through. So I don't really care what, happened on Friday here. I understand we did sell off here, but you're just breaking retesting and you need the follow through. You haven't gotten it. All right, guys. 4 out of 4 times you have not gotten that follow through on these big fat red candlesticks. That's all we really have to look for. We have to look for that or the sell side structure to set up, which is literally just going to look exactly like this. Okay. Let me just point this out here. Right here. I know that's a little slanted. Right there. From here to here, you had a $7 move. Yes, that's pretty significant. That is a 2% move. But falling once you started breaking down, then you had the $18 sell. All right? Let's just look at this. From here to here, I understand. That looks pretty big. That's 2% right there. That's about $9. But guess what? Once you break down, we could be getting what we got over here. And that is a straight up sell. You get the retest on this day right here. Okay. Oh, within 2 trading sessions, you get to take a, 1.5% profit right there. All right. Your cons are probably up decently right there. Guess what? Oh, you got another chance at the break and retest. Guys, this is the strategy I've been calling out on all of these individual tickers, the break and retest. Now we're just looking for it on the downside over here on SPY. That is what I'm looking for, at least going into this coming week. And the next, we're going to say the next 2 weeks. All right, so that's really what we need to see. We need a big red bar followed by another big red bar, or we need exactly what I just pointed out, which was this. And once you break down here, that's when we're going to know. But until you do that, we have no idea. So keep that in mind. What I will remind everyone of is, guys, we have the same exact thing going on as we had at the July top. I think we are going to be topping right around where we are right now. I'm not saying you really have a convincing like rising wedge pattern going on here, but let's see if we can make that a prettier picture on the hourly time frame. I mean, it's not pretty, but it's there, and you did just get the breakdown and you got the retest. So, guys, is it the beginning of the end? I have absolutely no idea, but I'm just putting it on your radar that we have the same setup as the the July top over here. Guys, we have the triple bearish divergence. Just go find another spot where you get these things and it just keeps going, because like, you can find them, but typically they lead to sells. You got the bearish divergence going. You actually had the triple bearish divergence, it looks like, over here. Well, whatever. All right. Regardless, you got a big sell. Where do we get the next? Well, you got this big one going from here to here, and I understand. Then you got a really big sell. So there was that. All right. Didn't get one over there. The last one I could really point to is this July top. And guys, we were looking for the sell to come right from around 460. So that turned out to be picture perfect. Yeah, you had the bearish divergence going into it, the triple bearish divergence. And now, guys, you're just like kind of stalling out here off of below volume. And yeah, it's looking like we're topping. That's, the theme of this video, guys. I want everyone to know going into this week, your boy definitely thinks we are topping. All right. It took a chill pill on the, bearish talk a few weeks back. I don't remember when that was, but guess what? I'm here now switching it up, and we're going to introduce the bearish talk again, because guys, this thing can keep going. I told you, we don't have any reason to be looking for a sell, or to like really expect to sell right there on the spot, until we get one of those two things: the big fat red bar followed by the follow through. Guess what? Big fat red bar followed by the follow through right there is the beginning and the end. All right. Oh, big fat red bar followed by the follow through. All right. We're looking for the follow through. Big fat red bar. All right. Followed by the follow through. You got another big fat, minus 1% day there. All right. We're looking for that. Or you're looking for the just bearish structure. I've been calling it sell side structure, but it's bearish structure, just like at the bottom. All right. We were forming bullish structure. All right. Popped up above this. Started basing right over here, and then you started skyrocketing. So, all right. That's bullish. It's still bullish, but it is probably about to begin bearish. I'm actually going to pull this up real quick. All right. Let's do like that. We'll also pull up this. I want to point this out now that it is the weekly update. Pull that bad boy over there. You guys see that? All right. We had the high. I told you guys we had the high, 52.9%. We should be looking for that sell. Why? Because this is the high of the year. We typically get one extreme, it goes to the other extreme. Let's look at the fear and greed index. Let's see what's popping over there, okay? We're still in extreme green territory. I showed you guys this the other day. I'm going to remind you guys, because it's the weekly update and we're preparing for the upcoming week. Guys, do not be sitting there blindly just going long right now. I'm showing you too many things right now, just like I was showing you at the very bottom, that we should be looking for the major bottom, because now we're looking for, either a major top, or we're going to be looking for at least this move right here. We're at least looking for that move, and then you can continue higher. But, guys, things are getting really grindy here. We're in a very trappy market. I could tell something's about to go down. By that, I mean price is about to go down. There you go. Just like over here, I didn't know, how exactly it was going to go down. We got to the golden pocket from right here. I'm telling you guys right now, we're in the exact same spot as we were in right here. We could go a little higher, but guys, the end of this rally is very, very close. And over here, we're in the gold pocket. I think it was on this trading session right here. I was like, guys, we're either about to stall out right here. Literally right here, we're about to reverse. We're about to have, about to go like this. Okay, these are my two paths. Hang on. Let me recreate the chart from way back when. We are either going to be seeing that, or we are going to be seeing it go slightly lower. Somewhere in this golden pocket, you're going to get it bouncing. All right, guess what? You literally right at the start of the golden pocket, the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement, guess what? You skyrocketed. Okay? Two scenarios. Now I'm giving you guys two scenarios right now. I will not always be exactly right. I guarantee it. Just like over here, I told you guys, I didn't know which one we were going to get. I just knew it was one or the other. You should start getting bullish. Why should we have started getting bullish there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This move down was the fifth wave regardless. We knew it was either going to have a higher low, an equivalent low double bottom, or a lower low. And the lower low was going to stop somewhere in this golden pocket between 397 and 410. Guess what? You got the lower low. It was one of those three scenarios right there. And which, you know, it really ties into the two. It was right here. We're going to come over here. Regardless, guys, we're in the same boat. Okay? We're in the same boat. I'm going to give you two more scenarios. We're going to go a little high. We're going to overtake this all-time high, but slightly. Okay? Ever so slightly next week. I'm going to call it right here, 482. And we're going to go like that. Or you're going to start going like this. It's one or the other. I did just show you on the hourly time frame that you literally do have the classic break and retest going on from this lower trend line of the rising wedge. That is also something that we should take note of. All right? Now, since this is the weekly video, we're finally going to take a trip all the way out here to the weekly time frame. I'm right there. I'm going to go like that. We're going to go like that and that. Guess what? Never mind the rising wedge you're in right now. You have a topping tail. You got a topping tail yesterday. I called it a spinning top. Well, I called it a potential spinning top because we don't know. Now let me point this out. I'm doing it with an arrow to demonstrate, guys. It is going down. Guess what else is going up? You went from here to there off that declining volume. This candle, the first one, justified. These two last candles that have been going up, not justified. Volume is telling us this is a lie. All right, guys, I'm telling you, the theme of this video will be that we're topping. Okay? Not going to call it a major top because I don't think it is going to be one. I think we're literally going to do this. I think you're going to go like that. Or you go a little lower. I got no idea. But we're going to have to, you know, assess things when we start getting here. We're going to look for buyers to step in. Yeah, as of right now, guys, we got topping tails over here on SPY. We're nearing all-time highs. People probably think, you know, guys, we're very close to all-time highs. We're definitely hitting that all-time highs, which I'm kind of in that camp. But at the same time, I'm not going to be blind to what, you know, the markets are telling me right here. I'm going to share it with you guys. QQQ, you got the same exact topping tail. You had the spinning top last week. Guys, you just got another spinning top. What is this volume? I understand. Okay, I do. For a trading week. So I'm not even going to talk about that, all right? But I'm just going to let you guys know, you know, it still does look like we're topping. I don't really care if we had a short week last week. You got the daily, the weekly RSI all the way back up above 70. That is taking place right now. SPY, you got a pretty similar picture going on over there. You're probably actually going to see a lot of people, pointing this out. Let's say demonstrating. This is the wrong term. Right here, bearish divergence going on the weekly RSI. Probably going to see some people pointing that out. I'm not gonna, because that is a pretty large difference right there. And yeah, I think this rally is going to have legs, and I think DIA is probably going to do this. All right, guys, who was with you on this breakout? I was with you. All right, and then we pulled back. We did think you were going to hold up here. You didn't, but then you came down to support. All right, and we got into a pretty similar situation over here. Guys, you're like right here. See this? You're not going much lower. You're either going to stop right here. You're going a little lower. We went a little lower. You had that bullish diverge going on here. Guys, now things are looking like, you know, not too good. And I still do think, yeah, you're going to be getting this pullback. I understand you got the hammer candlestick off the range breakout. That's why I gave you the two scenarios over on SPY. Pretty much it. All right, guys. So I think I made it pretty clear here. Yeah, we're looking for that sell. That is exactly what we're looking for. We're not looking for anything else. IWM, what the heck is that? What is that? All right, it's a shooting star, I'll tell you. We have 4 out of 4 topping tails. We have a 1. We have a 2. No, we don't have a 2. Damn, DIA, why are you doing us like that? Okay, we got 3 out of 4 topping tails. Your boy was wrong. That is okay. We get some things wrong. But 3 out of 4. You have a spinning top. You got your spinning top. You got your shooting star. DIA has been the strong suit. It was actually our leading indicator right here. All right. DIA was the first to done do it. Yeah, actually, no. DIA was the first to done do it. Then IWM went, and I told you guys, like, hey, guys, IWM is going to be our canary. Or we're either going to get the risk on behavior or we're not. It's one or the other. We got the risk on behavior very early on in this rally from IWM. I told you guys this was going to be the lagger, and he was going to catch up. He is, you know, I'm not going to say caught up because obviously he's not even close to all-time highs, but, you know, it's probably about to do some crazy things. And that crazy thing could align with this right here. Boom, 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 ba-da-ba-boom. And don't worry, guys, if you are following Twitter, which the link is down in the description, I will be updating on all these charts as we go. So you will not have to find them in my YouTube videos, okay? You will just be able to see them in one individual post over on the Twitter. Yes, guys, I will be posting. I'm going to shoot for 3 times a day. I guaranteed we'll at least be posting once a day, but we're going to shoot for 3 to 5 times a day, and I'm going to try and comment on other people's posts 20 to 25 times a day. That is so much, though. And, you know, I'm already going to be sharing my stuff, but yeah, no, guys, it works. I have seen growth of like 150 Twitter followers come over in like a few days, and I just started implementing these 2 things. And I'm like, what? That's crazy. I will gladly do this. Then, guys, we're going to have spaces at one point. We're going to be pretty big. We're going to have spaces. It's going to be a nice time. All right, let's get over to these individual tickers. I think I've made myself very clear here on where I think we're going, all right? But also VIX. It hasn't started popping up yet, so we're going to have to look for that. And you kind of got back underneath this previous low over here, so we know this is an important low with you know, break and retest right there. So you're not looking too good on Mr. VIX, but if you come down here, guys, I'm going to be screaming from the top of my lungs. I'm going to be banging on the table. This is going to be VIX's path, because you're going to come down there and you're going to have a big fat bullish divergence going on down here. All right, DXY. Also, we're going to need to see this thing start piping up. I think I posted this over on Twitter. I'm not sure where I posted this. All right, guys, we're watching for this, but you know, I'm just pointing it out. Daily RSI is down there. You do not have the bullish divergence going on, but daily RSI is all the way down towards 30, and typically this is exactly where you get at least some sort of bounce. So we haven't gotten that. Like, that was a 1.5% bounce, and I'm looking for something larger here. Not saying something like that, but, you know, just anything larger than, you know, that 1% bounce we just took a look at. But yeah, as you guys see what I'm talking about, all right, every time it gets down here, this is where we start looking for these bottoms. All right, so we can go a little further down here over on DXY, but I'm looking for this thing to start popping up. All right, SMH been an absolute tear, but it's doing the exact same thing. What is that, you might ask? The break and retest, the classic break and retest. And this is the trap I was talking about. What the heck is that? What is that? Come on. What is this market, bro? What is this market? This market is crazy, short squeeze, crazy market. That's what it is. That being said, let's get over into the individual tickers. First one we're going to be taking a look at going into next week is going to be SMCI. I understand. You close back under the trend line, but I don't think it's over for SMCI. I think it's just getting started. I think this is your break and retest. I think you're quite literally just consolidating before the next move up. But if we're going to be moving down in the market, then hey, maybe this thing gets put on the back burner. We need it to hold right here. This is your do or die spot right here. You can see here on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. Specifically, let's use the 1 hour. We could do this trend line right there. Try and make that as neat as possible here. Get as many touch points as possible. We'll consider that the false breakout. All right, is it clean on the 4 hour? Yeah, right here. All right, so guys, that looks kind of ugly on the 4 hour, right? Here, guys, you have this trend line. You honestly have like something going on here. I'm just going to put that out there. I think this thing probably starts getting buyers early on in the week. So that is the first one that I'm going to be paying attention to. Kind of a loose trade idea out there, but you are getting the break and retest. And this thing did absolutely just, literally just rip faces, all right? That's a $75 move, guys. I think we're probably going to see this exact move again. And, you know, I want to be there for it. So, yeah. All right. This is in the focus list for this week. All right. Before we go any further, I'm going to point out these miners, guys, they have died. They have absolutely died on Friday. Let's come over to Mara. Come over to Riot. Let's come over to, there's got to be, I know there's Coin. Then there's going to be CLSK. All right, and CLSK, this one, guys, stalled out right near resistance. Picture perfect. Not picture perfect, but, you know, right near resistance. Okay? That sucks. But I'm just going to say right now, it could not be over for these miners right here. Riot, you're literally just coming in for the break and retest, guys. That's what's going on. Coin, all right? Guys, keep this on your radar. If you come back to 150, that is a very important level. You're probably going to get a lot of buyers stepping up there for at least a $10 to $15 move back to the upside. Mara, you're literally going to be, Don't worry about that, all right? Don't even worry about that. Down here, all right? Down towards 20 bucks. Your previous high over here, which was 1988. That is what you should be paying attention to. If you can come here and find buyers, guys, this thing is actually looking pretty beautiful. This is parabolic. The move has just begun. It very much so could have just started a move like that, where you come down for a little bit, and it could be, you know, pretty scary there. That's a 30% decline. Is this lining up with that? That's a 36% decline. That could be pretty terrifying. But guess what? What happened right after that? You then ran another 177%. Am I saying that's about to happen? No. Am I saying it could, you know, have some sort of version of that happening? Yeah. All right. You guys saw what I saw. These things are going absolutely insane. Bitcoin. Never mind this trend line right here. I thought once that was over, you're going to break this high. You saw it on this day right here. You're going crazy. Stalled out right there. Cannot break the high. But what do we have, guys? We have a bull flag. All right. So I don't think it's over. So I did want to just take the time and put these back on your radar. I know these things are going to be cooling off for the time being. But if Bitcoin can come up here and break this high, because you have nothing in between 44K and 47K. I think that is a very clean move that takes place if you can break this high of, you know, 44.2, we'll call it. And at that point, I do think these things are probably going to go back to being insane in the membrane. Okay? Especially this thing is moving. And then there was the other day, that thing was also moving, going crazy, which I'll just point this out right here. Guys, you're above key resistance. This is what I'm talking about, all right? Like, this is exactly what you want to be seeing. And then you want to consolidate, and then you want to go, boom. All right, you want to have your next leg. So we're going to have to see what happens with these tickers, but, you know, I'll share my thoughts with them. All right, moving on. Next thing, BLNK. Honestly, these take profit levels, I didn't take them off, but these very much so could be the, these could very much so work out. We're going to take them off. All right, we'll take them off. Just because I will have to be readjusting that chart. But I want to point out right here, guys, I don't think this move is done. I think you're literally going to find buyers down here. All right, as of right now, you're just doing a break and retest. You were holding up at your trend line yesterday. You are not as of right now, so I do want to point that out. But you are at this other break and retest. Guys, do I need to point this out, or did you guys just see it naturally? Because you guys are just amazing at this point. Another break and retest. Is this a pattern that's just going to keep happening, or what? All right, like, I'm serious, guys. Oh, what happened over here? You gapped up above your resistance. You came back for the retest. Another break and retest. So, guys, there's certain tickers where these just continuously prevail on, and I do think this is going to be one of those. You're probably going to get buyers stepping up right here. Am I telling you just go balls to the walls over here? No, guys. If we're going to get a risk-off market next week, then these might not actually do well. Like SMCI, that's what I was saying. We need a market that's not dying. All right, BLNK. This is the short squeezer, right? This thing is only going to go if you have the risk off or the risk on market. Same thing over here. The next one we're paying attention to, honestly, I want to say this is top watch. You get the pullback. It could very well just be a back test. Maybe you do sink a little bit. Maybe you sink a whole ass dollar here. Pardon my French. But you got the breakout with the volume, and I very much so love to see it. I love to see it. I understand there's a topping tail, which that disappoints the crap for me. Why? Because we typically aren't going to see a topping tail like these back to back, and then you're going to not do something like this. You're probably going to pull back exactly like this. So that is the unfortunate part. What's not unfortunate is this thing is so clean looking, it is ridiculous. All right, let's just come over here. All right, got this other layout right here for you guys. This thing looks so sexy. I pointed this out the other day. This is on the daily time frame. I think this thing is about to start popping off. We've already seen Neo start popping off. Let's just point out what move you've had on Neo after your breakout. That is a decent size move right there before you had any pullback, and then boom, this week. All right, so I'm just saying right here, this move right here, that's what I'm really looking for. Neo had no problem getting to the top of its wedge right there. You saw Tesla already start getting... Okay, what the heck is this? We're going back to the other layout. I don't care if they're not saved. Holy, that was disgusting. Guys, never let your chart look like that. Upstart is one I'll actually talk about right now. I'm not really going to... This is not on the focus list. But, Upstart. I do think you're probably going to be taking a trip all the way down here to 38 bucks. And we're going to either get buyers stepping in. You know what? I'm not going to put it on the focus list, but I'm definitely going to set an alert right now for this. All right. These are the two paths I'm looking for. Either a trade idea is like definitely going to set up right here, or it sets up early right here and I might miss it because I don't really want to play that one. I would much rather see it move all the way back down here at 34 bucks. That's probably going to terrify the crap out of a lot of people. They're going to be like, oh, that's dead. Whoa. Guess what, guys? This thing is going to look beautiful if we can get that move. Never mind this, but, you know, picture perfect. Again, with the Twitter post, guys. That move, guys, it was already posted on the Twitter before it even happened. Now we're looking for 38. Guys, what is this? Break and retest. All right, so that's what we're looking at over here. But yeah, honestly, guys, top focus over here for me this week is going to be XPEV, just because this thing is so clean. We're nailing these things one by one, baby, one by one. And I do think this thing is probably next up. Can it take some time? Yeah. All right. But I do think it's next up. The last one we hit over here on HUT. Do I wish I held my cons? Yes. Did I? No. No, no, no. All right, which I'll point this one out right now as well. Not on the focus list, but you are approaching this trend line right here. And I do think if you get a daily close-up off this, I think this thing probably has a decent day. All right, and at that point, cons can go crazy. All right, another thing actually looking at FDX. All right, break and retest, guys. You literally reclaimed the level that you needed to reclaim, and now you're up here. And now what do you have? You have this. I know, guys. I took a little sidetrack here along these focus setups. I started seeing tickers. I just want to chart. I haven't had much time, but now we got some time right now. All right. Well, I'm going to be charting a lot later today. I'm going to be doing a decent amount of posts there. All right. Back to my focus list. Okay. So far we had XPEV. We had Blink, BLNK. What is the next one? CELH, guys. Let's clean up this chart a little bit. We gave it to you down there for the breakout. We actually gave it like before this day right here, this big day. We gave it to you literally at the bottom of that wedge. Congrats if anybody played that. But what did we also give to you? Break and retest right here, baby. That is what you're getting. Am I saying you're going to get buyers stepping up real early in the week? No. Am I saying you got a solid chance at doing so? Yes, I do. You had this big bullish divergence going on here. Come over here, the weekly chart. Guys, this thing looks absolutely ferocious. You want to see a weekly close outside of this. BSC volume is picking up. Guys, this thing can just continue pushing up. 2 all-time highs. You see this big green bar right here. This is the big green fat dildo candlestick bar that I'm looking for if you get a weekly breakout right here. If you can do it, I think you go insane over here on CELH. There you go. All right. I was in it for the dated contracts because I didn't know when the move was going to come. I think the move is about to come, and that is the point when we start moving it over to shorter dated contracts. We know the move is about to be coming. That is, you know, back when we were consolidating down here, I just knew downside was limited, and I knew you probably were going to see the next move be up. And then I saw this, and I was like, okay, let's just go for it, and we're just going to sit on our hands for now. You got that, and now, guys, this is everything I wanted to see right here. All right. So, you know, I told you guys, XPEV is top focus, but, all right, but this thing is so sexy. So, just watch it. JD. JD is the next one, and the final one that I have on the focus list as of right now. Well, there's one other one. But I will leave that off for now. But over here, guys, you gapped up. And I'm just going to point this out. This was already on the focus list last week. Congrats if anybody ended up playing that. All right. Did have a lotto size position there. You know, I didn't think you were going to get a sick, nasty gap up. I thought we were probably just going to start seeing momentum in the stock like you got over here. Nope. All right. We're going to have to see what happens. All right. But I do think you're probably going to pull back here. And that is the point when it is right here, right there on my radar. All right. I'm either looking for a move back to 28, and that's when I'm fully interested in this ticker for a move up to 3080. Or we're breaking above 29, baby, and we're going to be coming to 3080. One or the other. But I want to point out you had weakness in the market. You did not over here on JD, and that was what I'd like to see. All right. I noticed it the other day. I love to see it. All right. And you had this beautiful, already break and retest. You can see with this arrow right here. You broke out. Let me just follow along my arrow. We're actually going to move it up here. All right, follow along there. You got the breakout, daily breakout right here. That's when we mentioned it here, starting on the channel. Boom. Then we were saying, hey, it's on the back burner. We know it's about to pop off soon. We just don't know when, but you're consolidating right here. We want another daily breakout. You got the daily breakout right here. What happened the next day? Break and retest with the hammer candlestick. What happens the next day? That's when you had your gap up. All right, guys, this was not a big move right here. If you think this is the move that I was trying to play, no, you're wrong. All right, I do think you're going to be getting a pullback, or you're going to break the highs here, and you're going to break this, resistance, and boom, you're going to have a straight shot 3080. Or you're going to do exactly this, retest there, or you're going to come all the way down here towards 27, we'll call it 2740, 2750. Maybe fill this gap right here, high of 27.77. So yeah, around 28 bucks. So we're looking for the move back down to 28 bucks. That's really the ideal entry point over here. And then we're gonna be playing around with it over here, looking for that move right there. All right, guys, that is pretty much it. I wish everybody a lovely trading week. And with that being said, and a happy new year. Don't forget about that one. And with that being said, I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.